Number 7, Ella
Ella Toone, back on the YouTube. We've not heard from you much this year. How have you been?
I've been great, thanks. Yeah, just getting on with it. Just playing football. Yeah, same old really.
All jokes aside though, obviously you didn't even have a pre-season, did you? It's just been sort of non-stop post-World Cup. Like, trying to look back, I know a lot's happened. What was it like sort of post-World Cup for you? Was it obviously tough because of the final, but then how were you feeling kind of going into the new season?
Yeah, I think it was difficult. Obviously you get all the way to a World Cup final and then you lose right at the very end, and it's hard to process. You've got to look and think how proud you are of the team and how far we've come, but then it's bittersweet because at the end of the day you want to win and you get that close and you fall at the final hurdle, and then straight away you're back in pre-season for club, so you don't really have any time to think. So yeah, I think it took a bit of a while to actually get over the heartbreak of the World Cup, but for me, I just love being at football and playing football, and yeah, I just got on with it and made sure that I trained hard and worked hard. But when I did have the chance to actually sit down and look back on things, then it was nice to actually process everything.
So it was more of a nice feeling because obviously you had the Euros the year before and you kind of went back into it and it was that sort of buzz and adrenaline. But that's what I was going to ask you personally for you. You sort of looked at it and thought, I've done a World Cup, I've got to a final. Yes, it was tough to lose it. Is that kind of the way you were feeling and thinking?
Yeah, I think after the Euros I definitely struggled a lot more because it was on such a high and then it just dropped straight away, and you were back to normality, and that definitely took longer for me to process and get over. But I think this year, yeah, I was upset, heartbroken that we fell at the final hurdle, but I had something else to focus on then, and that was club. So I just had to switch my mindset quite quick because we didn't have a lot of time before the first game of the season, and I knew what my goals were for the season and what my focus was as well. So I think that definitely helped me get over it.
And how's it been for club? Obviously, you did lose your best mate in the summer, which I know we all love, the Leslie and Toone show, but it also, I know you said like, look, it's football and you're still close, and we've just seen her in London. But like, was that actually, tough jokes aside, not having Les there? I know you've got still close mates and stuff, but how was it sort of getting into the start of the season and just, yeah, like for you personally?
I'm gonna cry. No, yeah, it is sad. I think since I've been at United for 6 years, I've always had a best friend there. It was Molly Green, then she left, then it was Abby McManus, then she left, and then it was Alessia. So actually, no one be my best friend or else then they leave. So yeah, this is probably the first year I've not really had someone like that. Obviously I've got Millie Turner and people like that who I've been with now for 6 years, and yeah, I think like I said, it's football and things like that happen, and for me and Les, we know that we're always going to be good friends and we still speak every single day, and it's nice to go away on camp and see her and come to London and see her. Hopefully she comes to Manchester soon. But yeah, I'll get on with it, and I think the group at Man United is really, really close, so you've definitely always got someone there who you can talk to as well. But yeah, still getting over the heartbreak.
And we're filming this in March. How have you sort of seen the season for you so far on a personal note?
It's been a bit of an up and down season, I think, for me personally. For the team, we've not done as well as what we wanted to. We have such high standards of ourselves, and at the end of last season where we finished and what we achieved, we obviously wanted to do even better than that. But yeah, I think we've dropped some silly points along the way. For me personally, I've been a bit up and down. Pride myself on goals and assists, and they've not always come, but this season found that it's not always about that. It's about what you do off the ball as well, and your overall performance and what else you can do for the team. So I've grown a bit in that sense and learned that it's not always about those stats of goals and assists, as much as I like them to be high and to help the team, but it's about what I do away from those things.
That's what I was going to say to you. Do you feel like you've grown as a person more than anything this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think I've used the Euros and the World Cup. I'm really grown from both of them tournaments and what I've learnt from them as well. There's still a long way to go for me, improving on the pitch but off the pitch as well. The mental side of the game and learning not to be too hard on myself. But I think for me it's just going into training every day and making sure I give 100%, and I always do that, and I always want to learn and to be better. And yeah, I think there's games where I could have been involved more, but I've definitely learnt from those games. And then on the other side, I've had really good games where I've contributed with goals and assists, and yeah, really enjoyed being out there and playing. And yeah, for us, we're still in the FA Cup, and obviously we're looking forward to that now.
And do you feel like as well, obviously United is still so early in that kind of development as a club, it's growing every year, isn't it, as well? And obviously as a fan you see that too.
Yeah, I think we forget that we're only 6 years old. There's teams that have been established for years and years, and now they're achieving what they want to achieve. And yeah, we're still young in that sense, but because of the players that we have and the standards that we set ourselves, we want to push ourselves every season to do really well. But yeah, we've still got a long way to go, but we'll keep trying to work hard and push every day in training. And
then you potentially got a bit of I know not much of a holiday, but summer now, obviously without the Olympics, which I want to sort of hear on.
Sorry, look at that bird.
Your favourite pigeons.
I'm so scared of them. It's not moving.
Might be your new best mate at United, that. We'll give a pause for the pigeon. But no, I was just going to say, with obviously the Olympics and on the national side, that again, you've had those sort of tough times. I've not forgot about best 11, don't worry, because that was a nice little highlight. But yeah, like just to sort of focus on that and the national side, how have you sort of summed up this season post World Cup, and obviously the tough times of the Olympics, but then also some great times as well?
Yeah, going away with England is always really amazing. You're playing for your country. We didn't get into the Olympics this summer, which was really difficult to take because we know as a group how good we are and the talent that we have in the team. So to fall short there was tough. As an England player, you want to go and represent your country at every tournament. So for us not to have been able to get there is difficult to take. But I think we switched our mindset straight away, and now we've got to focus on the Euro qualifiers, and that's something we really look forward to. Obviously, we're the winners of the last Euros, so we want to keep that trophy in England. So yeah, we've had some really good games. We've had some difficult games this season as well, where we've lost and where we've not wanted to, obviously. But yeah, going away with England, I always enjoy it, and we've always got something to look forward to.
And your summer holidays as well. Come on, got to tell the fans that you've got a tiny bit of a holiday. You're looking forward to that, because it is, jokes aside, it is probably one of your first long breaks in a while. I know you had a bit in December, but
yeah,
it'd be nice for you as well to have that kind of little bit of a break, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember the last summer holiday I actually proper went on, so yeah, it'd be nice. I've definitely learned as well, as much as I would love to play football every single day. I'm 24 now, so getting a little bit on. No, I'm not really, but you've got to look after your body as well and your mind, so I think it'd be really good to get that break in, spend time with my family, my friends, and yeah, use it as best as I can, because yeah, it's been non-stop now for a few years.
It's a bit of balance, isn't it? And just to sort of sum it all up, because obviously there's going to be people watching this, and that support's still been there all throughout this season as well. What's it like being Ella Toone and having that support and that name, and people still stopping you for photos and the rest of it? Will you ever get used to it? And just a little message to those people as well that are always at games supporting you, and you always want to try and stop for everyone and give time for everyone. I know that working with you, but yeah, what's your sort of message to them, and just kind of an overall feeling and sum it all up, really?
Yeah, I think I'll never ever get used to that, being stopped. It's just weird. But yeah, I really appreciate the support that I get from everyone. It doesn't go unnoticed. I love seeing everyone's shirts with my name on, everyone chanting my name, being so excited to meet me. And yeah, we love as a team as well having your support there every game. Definitely helps us when we step out onto the pitch, and yeah, can't thank you all enough. Hopefully I get to meet even more of you. Hope you've enjoyed catching up with me. Love chatting about my life to you lot. But yeah, there's definitely exciting things to come, more things to come with BT7 as well that I'm definitely looking forward to. And yeah, see you in a bit.